What's up, everyone? It's your boy Dane. Know the fans' perspective. I'm without my co-host Smooth, but we're gonna do this anyway because you know what? Fans' perspective. So this week
Wait a
in
minute. You
football,
said what? You said you're not gonna have a co-host tonight?
who's this guy? What?
It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. It's time for a Willie Styles takeover.
Did you
Sorry,
just
Dame,
take
I
over
had
my?
to take over the show.
What?
I couldn't let you do this alone. And since Smooth's not here, we're gonna go ahead and just do a little music then.
Oh, whatever.
What up, though? So tonight we're gonna talk about King's Disease 2. That's that nasty Nas and his second album in the King's Disease series. And we're gonna go through the tracks. We're gonna check it out. We might throw a couple of extra bonus tracks in there here and there. See if we get some requests from the audience. Smooth, appreciate you hitting us up, letting us know what's up. But no problem. We know how it is. Life comes at you fast, so no problem, brother.
No, life is always there.
Exactly.
Our stuff gets in the way.
Right. Is that true? True. I like that. True that. So since we don't have a fan's perspective tonight, we're gonna do some Willie Styles or Styles Radio takeover. And like I said, we're gonna talk about King's Disease. We're also gonna have some topics. We're gonna get into some what do they call it? Some join the conversation group topics. Dame sent me a topic as well, so we're gonna talk about couple things, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna do what we do. You know how we do it. So, Dame, what's going on with you, brother? How you been feeling?
Man, living a dream. New work schedule because we're opening up a new location where I work at. I gotta be there at 6 in the morning tomorrow. So yeah, I'm jacked. I'm jacked to put some Mountain Dew. Let's go.
No doubt. I feel you there, brother. You said new schedule, so hopefully the schedule is convenient for you. Hopefully that's the case.
No, cause it's life. I'm
It's
getting in the
like,
way.
yeah, I feel you there, bro. I feel you there. It'd be like that for sure. It'd be like that. So yeah, it's um everything's been good on my side. I just had a little get together last week, so that was fun. I also just got me a new car. As some of the people seen on my Instagram and my Facebook stories.
What
And
I haven't been on there.
you haven't been
I
on
think
there?
man, I come home dealing with the kids, so I'm last to know.
Oh, okay, no
So
doubt, no doubt.
so doing the breaks, I will check out the Instagram.
All right, for sure, yeah. And I haven't told a lot of people, but I did start my vaccine series Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. So, oh right, yeah. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah, because apparently we can't talk about
Certain
the
things.
thing, right? We can't talk about the thing that people got to take or the reasons or the other stuff about the thing.
Can you say
Because,
that?
I know, right? Because apparently YouTube and Facebook don't like you talking about that kind of stuff. So we had to take down Monday's show. Or YouTube took it down. Facebook, I just expired it so that it wouldn't get taken down and hit us with another strike over there. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Censorship is real. So we've been victims to it before, but this time it was definitely unheard of. Just crazy. So, let's go ahead and get to the music. Actually, I didn't even bring up my thing yet, but I'm gonna bring it up right now. And just when I thought I was safe on YouTube, man, that really disappointed me, man. That really
Of all places, you
of
think?
all places.
We talk about everything. We got SWS when Sex with Sunny. Talk about it's not raunchy, but it's just Sex with Sunny.
Yeah.
We talk about political takeovers, mobbings at the state capitol.
Right.
Talk about killings, mass shootings. black people getting
like you said, tons of different
unjust.
stuff. I mean, we hit
So we talk
all.
about everything, but
Yeah,
but
yeah.
as far as that other thing that's going on right now, we can't talk about that.
Right, which is crazy, which is absolutely nuts, right? We should be able to talk about what the people want to hear, right? But yeah, no, not anymore, not anymore. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. But I think Smooth put it best. They definitely have made it hard that definitely made it hard to be to have an opinion, basically, hard to have an opinion because then you get shot down and all that kind of stuff. But we're not gonna worry about that today. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Like I said, we're gonna talk about Nas's King's Disease album, and like I said, this is the second part. He actually dropped the album last year called King's Disease. King's Disease 2 is the second album in that series. He basically drops a couple of different albums per album title. I think it's like his third series of doing that. And in this one, he comes with quite a few different features. And we're gonna talk about this track by track, as well as like I said, we're gonna talk about some other things as well. We're gonna get into some GFT join the conversation group topics as well. So let me pull up my notes because I want to make sure I have some good information for y'all while we're going through these tracks. Should be dope. All right, so first things first, we're going to start off with track number 1. It is called The Pressure. And this is Nas. Nas likes to do his thing, usually by himself, but he does have a little intro by Don Toliver on this one. And I believe Don Toliver does part of the chorus as well. So let's check this out. Let me know if you hear the music when it starts playing.
The pressure weigh a ton is getting too heavy. Had to inspire them again like I didn't already. Real ones still around, release the confetti. Got sun across the belly. I ain't made it till we all can say that we made it. Been down with the hustle so long, feel like we related. Take my word like you would from the book of Revelations. Dead presidents, that shit come when you dedicated. I invest in education cause we wasn't privy. We got busy, put scholarship programs throughout the city. Hefe did it my way, chairman of the committee. Rat pack niggas like Sinatra in the 60s. Come through on some wavy shit. Valentino camouflage on some Army Navy shit. I know you can feel the pressure, keep up with my cadences. QB lingo, freestyles taping on Stretch and Barbito. Hit through me the beat and I had to eat it. The lies I recorded in your session deleted. Hurting niggas, I think they out for the rest of the season. Try to play it cool, they don't wanna see me heated. Nah. The pressure weigh a ton is getting too heavy. Had to inspire them again like I didn't already. Real ones still around, release the confetti. Got sun across the belly. Got sun across the belly. The world on my shoulders is getting too heavy. I've been bitch pressing, the problems ain't even get sweaty. Cops brutalizing kids, I see it too steadily. Correctional facilities never do it correctly. My main statement is this whole game is triangulated. Little versions of who, nigga, there's no replacement. Beside my kids' boundaries are my greatest creation. I've been on 4 generations. It's Nas till I'm gone, give my all, give them more. Miles on my Peloton, I've been working on my core. Colors of Benetton, pastel rugs on the floor. Meal prep me, Ferrari testy. She out on the terrace, glass of Petrus with her bestie. Drunk texting, while I'm out here trying to spread the message. You searching for qualities that I'm already blessed with. R&B X's, charms on the necklace. Got sun across the belly. Got sun across the belly. weight of the world. Embrace the pressure. Just a little bit. Yeah.
All right. So that was Pressure, or The Pressure, featuring Don Toliver. Man, I like that track. I like the beat. I like the lyrics. It's, Nas. That's one thing about Nas. His flow is usually fairly flawless. He normally has great topics that he puts out on his tracks, and the Don Toliver feature is a great feature. Don Toliver is a hot rising star from a hip hop perspective, as well as just like new R&B perspective. What did you think of the track?
Oh man, I felt it from the get go when that beat dropped, man. I'm like, dang.
Exactly.
Like usually some songs, you have to work your way into liking. Like, okay, I got it. It's like instant in your head start nodding. Like, yeah, you know what? I got it.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I was the same way. I was literally feeling it as soon as the beat dropped. I believe Hit Boy produced, if not all, but most of these tracks that are in this album. Definitely has a lot of drops inside of the song. So yeah, this was a great track. Definitely feeling it. Looking forward to the rest of this album, and this is how it's starting, right?
Right.
So yeah, for sure. Next song up is now this song I think I've been hearing already on satellite radio. This next song that's coming up, it's a track talking about the East Coast West Coast beef, and Nas is going to be talking about his interactions with Tupac at that time before Tupac passed away, and their attempts to basically squash the beef. So great track. I already know this is a great track already. So definitely make sure y'all listen very closely to this track. It is called Death Row East. It also features an outro by Ed Lover.
Yeah, hold up. KD2 shit. Hey, hold up, come on, whoa. Right back at this. Right back, hold up, whoa. High on life, drunk off dark liquor, shit getting eerie. Like I threw on Thriller, bitch, I'm a hard hitter. Rolex clocks and killers holding the order. I'm praying God delivers. I had runners with Suge, niggas would have been shook. At the height of the beef, they started Death Row East. Damn, I even saw they keys on some of my G's. Notorious label, the story was made in the streets. Now it's real life movies. Rest in peace, Ill Will. Let's talk about it. We the smartest, not the loudest, came about the project houses where they resort to violence. Hennessy bottles on the curb, little niggas trying to serve. Let's talk about it. Back when Jungle told pockets on, soon as we walk about this. Picket size outlaws outside the music hall. Bunch of ghetto superstars really down to lose it all. Both sides was thugging, but when you in my city, you know how we coming. Animals in the field and most of them clutching. When you live in this rugged, that come with repercussions. Look, high on life, drunk off dark liquor, shit getting eerie. Like I threw on Thriller, bitch, I'm a hard hitter. Rolex clocks and killers holding the order. I'm praying God delivers. I had runners with Suge, niggas would have been shook. At the height of the beef, they started Death Row East. Damn, I even saw they keys on some of my G's. Notorious label, the story was made in the streets. History lessons, keep it on Ricky. Let's talk about it. Cause when you got a story real as mine, you can't leave nothing out it. Take you back to 9-6 diamonds and Mac 10s, looking through a fresh lens. Everything I knew now, wish I knew back then. Like it was only so much time left before Machiavelli the Don left. Booked the flight flying out west. We we was trying to squash the whole shit in Vegas. No media to eat it up and leak it in the papers. Eric B, Big D, and Preem was affiliated. Peace to Edie, Napoleon, all the innovators. We had respect before we was ever some entertainers. See, Suge, he was a dangerous threat. M.O.B. almost turned half of New York red. Brothers I grew up with threw up their sets. Some even had them death row chains hang off their necks. There's a rumor that spread I like to address. Pac was never set up by Stretch. Let it rest. I accepted him at Bryant Park so we could speak direct. He didn't disrespect. We plan to reconnect. I flew to Vegas to shoot the Street Dreams video and link with Tupac. Try to squash the East Coast, West Coast beef. We didn't talk, but he was still alive in the hospital. And it rained that day in Vegas. Rest in power.
This is one thing of Nas, and we both got one thing in common. We both represent Queens to the fullest. Alright? This brother was good enough to stop his show, and I want everybody in here, everybody stand up on their feet first and foremost, please. At 7:03 p.m. New York time, 4:03 p.m. Las Vegas time, Tupac Shakur passed away, y'all. Give me a moment of silence.
Rest in peace, Tupac. Shout out to Nas for doing this song, really breaking down what was going on back at that time. This was in I think it was 96, right? So it was definitely a very volatile time in hip hop. Like you were saying, they had started Death Row East. They had a whole bunch of beefs going back and forth between different rappers on the East Coast with the Death Row Records rappers. And things just got out of hand between fights and eventually the deaths of both Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G., which everyone says that were not completely related to the East Coast West Coast hip hop beef, but it definitely fueled that fire. So definitely brought back a lot of memories. A lot of emotions, especially hearing that announcement by Ed Lover talking about the death of Tupac. I just remember when that happened and just how devastated everybody was, because I think he had been in either a coma or on his, basically on that deathbed for like 6 or 7 days, and then they released that album, and he basically was like he had predicted it. It was crazy. But yeah. Shout out to Nas for doing this album, doing this album, this track. And I was feeling it, the beat, the story, the lyrics, he was going back and forth on everything that was happening at that time and clearing the air basically, right? So what you think about that track, Dan? Oh, you still muted.
Shoot, man. Yeah, man. I was feeling the beat. I was feeling the story that he was telling, because I had to go back to when I found out Tupac passed. I had just got finished playing basketball. It was still daylight, Michigan weather. It was still daylight out. I was going to the store to get something to drink. I'm listening to the radio, and it was like, Tupac Shakur died. Like, what the?
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, this is bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just took me back there and just remembered, man, 1996.
Man, we were young, man. We was
hey, right now, that was like 5 years ago.
I know, right? I mean, that's how it feels, man. That's how it feels. Definitely, like you said, the announcement took us all by surprise, especially because, after going so many days, everybody's just like, okay, he should hopefully come out of this. Everything should be okay. Tupac had been almost
shot before.
Before. So I think he was shot even more times the first time, and it was just like, still a shock to hear that he succumbed to those injuries and didn't make it. So it was definitely a sad time. Biggie dying, him dying. It was just always. Both situations were just all bad, but rest in peace to those brothers. And, this track was a great testament, a great dedication to that time and into Tupac himself. So yeah, appreciate that, Nas. All right, let's get back to it. I'm trying to wait out Sunny, see if she'll come in before I start a GFT join the conversation. So let's play one more song, and then we'll jump into a topic. How that sound?
Go Beans.
All right. Next song up is basically the first feature. You know, I mean, we had Don Toliver on the track, on the first track, but he's a singer, right? Ed Lover was on the second track, but it was just basically him talking in the outro, and it was actually a sample of a concert clip, right? So this is going to be the first feature on this album. It's not a lot of features on this album. Not a lot of features. Nas is notorious for not featuring a lot of artists on his albums. He definitely likes to just do his own thing. But when he does, he picks some great ones. So this first one of the hottest rappers out of Atlanta, we got the song 40 Side featuring Lil Baby. That's up next.
OG Talk, Project Halls, 40 Side, where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas slide, I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Damn, I get a hood classics, something to open your mind instead of going out crashing. How was you real when you hate the real, my nigga? I'm simply asking. Can't just talk about the plan, you gotta put it in. Ain't no pity party for yourself, you gotta get up, rise for your wealth. Can't spend all that time in your feelings trying to sympathize with yourself. Don't nobody owe you, ain't nobody holding you back. You stuck in illusions, attached to something that ain't even that. South Beach, Nassau, Amalfi, Maldives, same beach. Unless you are after something most men just can't see. Shorty off the block, shorty off the runway, same free. We all got the access to open doors like we share the same key. OG Talk.
A lot of things go down like incarceration, crime, drugs, violence. Out of all of this, you gotta look for the positive.
OG Talk. OG Talk, OG Talk. Project Halls, 40 Side, where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas a slide. I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Damn, niggas really gotta jump it. They finally gave Nas a Grammy just for me to go. That wasn't the goal. First clip was a warning shot, nigga. We spinning back up the road. Through the barrows, pull up a rose, empty this bitch and reload. You been in it this long, it's gon' look like it's magic. Only Allen that my niggas knew was right, cause it's statin'. You get your first feet 12, tap the pedal and stab it. Get your first 10 milli, watch that shit like a habit. OG Talk, Shadow 41st side, Jackson Heights, Flushing Elmhurst side. Keep your blicky, you know how the streets work. Seen too many of us die over the turf. OG Talk, Project Halls, 40 Side, where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas a slide. I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Till then, we gon' be thugging behind a project building, plotting on a way that we could make a billion. Until then, we gon' be thugging.
All right, so that was 40 Side. So I guess actually this was not featuring Lil Baby as like a rapper. He's got that they sampled his voice in the background. So interesting use of Lil Baby. I don't think I've ever heard or I've never seen, at least recently, anybody use him as just a interpolation versus actually getting a verse out of Lil Baby. I wonder if they had to pay him for that.
Yeah. Something came out as vocal cords. Yeah, they had to pay him.
Facts. Yeah. So, what did you think about this song in general?
That beat's fire. Who does his beats? I gotta, because that was
Hit Boy. This is all. Yeah, it looks like it's all Hit Boy. This is another one by Hit Boy. This is Touch of Trent, Hayes, and Hit Boy all produced this. Hayes, the producer, Hit Boy, and Touch of Trent.
because I like the way they use those bells in the background. And the tempo was right on point for the story he's telling. I'm like it.
Yeah. I was feeling it had a little bit of an ominous in it, sound to it, as well as like you said, the story went along with it, so it was a nice little thing. And I was surprised that Lil Baby actually wasn't on it, because he's been used throughout a lot of people's albums lately. I think both Drake and Kanye used him. He was just on I believe he was on Polo G's album as well. So he's all over the place, right? The Baby had him on his last album. So like I said, it's interesting use. But again, Nas is notorious for putting out songs mainly with himself. So
but I'm never going to talk about his lyrics, because lyrically nobody can really go toe to toe with Nas.
Mm-hmm.
You will never hear me say anything bad about him. The way he tells his stories, the way his perspective, I would never talk bad about that man.
No doubt. Yeah, I mean, he's very clear about his subject matter when he talks in his songs. He's very decisive. He definitely has a way with words when it comes to breaking some things down. It's not a lot of just randomness and craziness that he does. So it's always you always know you're going to get a good listen out of a Nas track.
It's never no random message or just some random or just something oxymoron. Always,
he drops
very
a real
clear
message in his songs. You're right.
It's very clear.
Yeah,
that what he's trying to say, he like it's straight to the point. No going around the corner 3 times.
Right. Yeah, he said my favorite part is when he said they finally gave Nas a Grammy, but he said just front me the gold. He said that wasn't the goal. It's like I'm not here for the Grammys. I just want this. I want you to stack this paper up. Give me this wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you can't eat off a Grammy, dude.
Right.
Exactly. Those awards are to boost people's egos. Like, oh yeah. How much money can I get from this Oscar and this Grammy?
Yeah. Then he said at the end, he was saying how they thugging behind the project building, plotting on their way to make $1 million and $1 billion. But until then, he thugging, right? So it's like, okay, feeling that story, talking about coming up in different projects coming up in New York. Shout out to 41st Side. So it was dope.
Actually, I think that was a shot at the industry.
Think it was a shot at the industry?
I think about it.
Yeah,
these jokers making millions and billions off their hard work back in the day.
Exactly.
They making billions off, and they're making millions off their hard work.
True that. So, yeah, you got a point.
So and those producers in the industry, tycoons, they're the ones, the ones plotting, like, how can we get more out of this guy?
Yeah.
Because the artists get paid by the tours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And they get royalties from the music they put out on the albums, but who get majority of that money? The industry. Mm-hmm. So now that I think that was a good and bad thing, that when we started having Napster, when they started pirating music, streaming music, and now the artists have more control now. They're getting more majority of the money.
Right.
Not the record labels.
True that. Yeah, the industry definitely it deserves all the shots that they'll be given. So so I definitely don't doubt that you're right, that might have just been a direct shot at that industry. First things first, I want to start with the topic or the announcement that you just sent me. I guess it just dropped 3 hours ago. This is wild. They announced the halftime show for the 2022 Super Bowl, 2022 Super Bowl. Give me a second. Let me pull it up here. Man, talk about stacked. You got Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Man, this is crazy. Like, I mean, I ain't seen this many stars in a halftime show in a minute. It's been a good minute, right? I don't know if Rock Nation is still involved in the NFL situation?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this may be a product of their work. And what I'm assuming is that this is going to be one of those 2-part halftime shows like they've done in the past, where I would assume that Mary J. Blige is doing her own part, and then because Eminem, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg have always talked about doing songs together and all that kind of stuff as basically like a new version of NWA, right? And Kendrick Lamar being from Compton, I wouldn't doubt that being like kind of like their thing. It's like this is the new NWA or whatever, or maybe not the new NWA because it's Eminem, but but like
what's the N stand for?
I know, right? Exactly.
He is one.
Yeah, right. But being that he is on Dre's label as well as the rest of them all being from Compton, it should be. I'm sure it's going to have a West Coast theme to it, and have some NWA or some throwback undertones to it. So it would have been dope to see a Ice Cube in there as well in that lineup. But hey, you never know. We might see a surprise, right? We never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? So what do you think about this lineup?
I put it in the join the conversation group on Facebook. You can go there. The question I posted was, is this them being diverse, the NFL being diverse, or is this a PR stunt? Because after, I'm not going to name their names, but a certain Jackson, the nipple slip, the wardrobe malfunction, they're being very careful as far as the NFL in their halftime performance shows, trying to be more careful, trying to be more safe.
Right.
Then they had some backlash. They had some people who didn't care for when Beyonce went all rogue and Black Panther like. And now a couple of years later, we have this.
Right.
Who's more controversial in that group besides you got the weed head on the end, you got Dr. Dre who slapped a couple of reporters, Eminem who defended
and his wife apparently and his girlfriends. So
we got the guy in the middle, the Caucasian guy who slapped the whole industry in the world with his lyrics. No, he don't care. Nobody's off limits. Mom Spaghetti opened up. Kendrick Lamar and Mary J. Blige, who I love to death, but can't hold a beat to
no, don't do my girl like that. Don't do my girl.
No, I love her. No, I love her, but what lyrics she gonna stumble over this time?
Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige is my favorite singer of all time. So no, don't do my girl.
No, she got me. I still listen to her to this day. Hey, we're two same souls, except she can sing, I can't.
Terrible.
I can't dance either, except the salsa. But that's besides the truth.
We don't love Mary for her dancing. We love her for her soul and her
right. And her style, man. I love Mary.
Right,
but I can't tell. But is this a PR stunt, or are they really reaching out with an olive branch for them screwing up in the past?
I think it could be both. We got, like you said, we got some top stars here. I mean, Mary J is still one of the most sought after R&B artists in the world right now. Kendrick Lamar is absolutely one of the most sought after and most recognized rappers in the world. Eminem is still one of the greatest of all time. Snoop Dogg is still considered the dog father of rap. Dre is still considered one of the greatest producers of all time. He hasn't really done anything recently in the last few years, but he's definitely still has his mark on the industry.
Give him a 10.
But
give him a tin can and a string. He can make a beat out of that dude.
Right. So I think it's appropriate. But then, like you said, I think too, knowing their history and knowing what they've been trying to do, like you said, being safe, being less controversial, being able to control the narratives, because you bring a Kendrick Lamar on stage, you could have a revolution on your hand. You bring an Eminem on stage, you know, he like you said, he can talk about any and everything because he's been critical of the government. He's been critical of the previous presidents. He's been critical of the industry. He's been critical of other industries. He's been, you know, blasphemous about so many different things. You know, he definitely doesn't have a good repertoire with the LGBTQ community. He definitely doesn't have a great reputation with certain parental groups, things like that. So, you know, you got that. And I mean, I don't really know there's a lot of controversy over Snoop and, you know, marijuana or anything, because that's, you know, that's now become a standard thing now.
But it's
like
still
said,
got people
Dr.
looking
Dre,
at it.
his latest scandal, or not scandal, but his latest situation with his divorce, all this information coming out in the scandalous information about, you know, him being an abuser. It was also brought out when they did the movie as well, because they tried to hide that fact in the movie, in the NWA movie. But, you know, of course, people brought it out anyway. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. So, you know, it's like they're giving up some of that control that they traditionally tried to hold on to have these controversial acts be up on stage. And, you know, we'll see, you know, how it goes. You know, I think it's a great stepping stone to move forward. I don't think we've seen this many rappers on a Super Bowl stage in like forever. Because this is basically a rap show, you know what I mean?
Ever.
You know, right? You know, because Mary could quite possibly not be there to do her own part. She could quite possibly be there to accompany them, right? You know, because she's known for doing hip hop as well. So, you know, I can't recall a recent feature with her, especially not with Kendrick or Eminem. Maybe with Snoop, because I do know Snoop's got several albums that he's dropped recently, and he's got a ton of different people on those albums, so it's quite possible, you know. But, you know, far as I can tell here, this is going to be a 2-part show. We're going to have basically this superstar R&B show, then, you know, turn into a rap show, and, you know, so it should be an interesting deal. So, like you said, make sure you guys go and talk about it on the GFT Join the Conversation group over at facebook.com/groups/GFT Join the Conversation.
And it might be trying a way to get the black people to come back, because, you know, a lot of people have been protesting and boycotting watching the NFL.
Facts.
Because their stance on Colin Kaepernick in the past. Black people don't forget.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. I mean, and that's a good point. That's a really good point. Like you said, it could be pandering to the Black Lives Matter, to the you know, standing with Colin Kaepernick, all those different, you know, groups of people who have, like you said, been basically boycotting or basically shunning off the NFL, feeling like they're not connecting. Can you hear me okay? I just realized my microphone's not connected.
No, you fine.
I'm fine? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Me, you sound great. I don't think you're fine. No.
Yeah. Well, you know, thank you. No homo. So, but yeah, I don't know if I should change it now. I probably shouldn't. Hopefully,
no, good,
hopefully it sounds as good as it does to you. So
no, it sounds good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back to the music. We're gonna get back to this Nas King's Disease 2 album. So far so good, right? We're 3 songs in. We got about I don't know how many more songs to go. We got just about 11, 12 more songs to go, and I think a couple of them are really, really short, so should get through these pretty quick. Let me bring up the thing. I like it now. Finally, they have a default where it automatically shares the audio. I don't have to keep clicking that.
Oh, cool.
It's like annoying as heck. Next song up. This is a real feature. I've heard this song. This is for sure a real feature. It's called EPMD 2 featuring Eminem and EPMD.
Respectfully. Bucket on low like Eric and Parrish. Closed casket flow, all you niggas get deaded. They don't give you one single rose, why you can smell it, so I pick from my own garden. Wanna go out in my garden like Godfather. Grandkids in the rock while I got over the block trauma. So what you saying, nigga, you got to chill. Thinking you the truth, really you not for real. Back to back with it, the hardest shit of the year.
Remix, EPMD, we back in business. Ain't nobody fucking with us, come to your senses. He's the second coming of God, something to witness. Piece of shit flying your head like Mike Pence's, we in the trenches. I'm mad, better yet, I'm on the rampage. My people can't even get minimum wage. Fuck the stimulus. Give me some interest. Give me a loan. Give me a home. Give me that land you owe me so I can roam. So when you trespass, blah, one in your dome. Best wishes, ghost them like he timed me. Ain't worried about nothing cause hit squad behind me.
EPMD, we back in business. I visualize what it is, not what it isn't. We at the mafia table next to the kitchen. Eating Michelin star, counting a million. Done. I let it go for the family meetings at Code at Miami. Them wine bottles on Maggie extra large. Sign up for my masterclass, Escobar. Feet up in Met Stadium at my restaurant. Tied in from AZ to Davies, you know my thoughts get crazy. My teachers, they couldn't grade me. I know some Haitians in Dade County got choppers in Haiti. She booked a flight to Colombia, made her body amazing. Just to post it on Tumblr. This that fuck up the summer shit. I don't care what you coming with me and Hit Boy running shit. Big gold rope chains, but they flooded now. Pull up with the ghost like a haunted house. She getting scary, blood on my hands like Carrie. Might walk through a cemetery to see where hip-hop is buried. I said it was dead, but it faked is death like Machiavelli. You see letters in red splatter, look like sauce of spaghetti.
Yeah, ready? EPMD, we're back in business. Living in cramped conditions, we'll give you ammunition. Stock no shelves, I got no shells like Taco Bell, and I'm not gonna fail. I got no else like Christmas. You don't wanna make the claws come out. Y'all should call yourself Santa. Cause none of y'all are real. Not a single one. Like a dollar bill. It's like your bitch in the pellet court. She's on a pill. We got a bond and shield. Never bail on me. Not even out of jail. EPMD, for me, I got no chill. Just a lot of skrill. Lady, my paper's so crazy. I just tossed the mill out the window with my mobile on the fucking freeway on the way here. Like Rudolph and his homies when they're pulling the sleigh. Yeah, that's a lot of bucks flying when I'm making it rain, dear. Green on me, but no weed, shorty, just these, darling. A pocket full of pills, some are Tylenol, 3s, Hollies with 3 Molly. So some are E, which reminds me of rap, some are mommy. My theme saw me and Pete always used to play that shit on repeat all day, so please call me Big Daddy. Plus I got the cane and lean on me. MCs I'm eating, you BITCHs like tortilla chips. Me, I'm free of debt. Yeah, green is on Chia Pet. This is the effects of my old neighborhood misery index. Poverty at its peak, OCD and PTSD. I guess RIP out to DMX, these are we and Nipsey Ecstasy and Prince Marky DMF. Do my hit 50 via text. Told him that I love him cause I don't even know when I'ma see him next. Tomorrow could be a death. Yeah, and this shit ain't for the faint cause the brains of the train kill the danger, the range. And I drank all the day, pull that blank on the page. For the weight till the pace, feel the pace, feel the shame. For the strength of a pain, feel the drink. I just pray for the day when I'm able to say that I'm placed with the greats and my names, with the Canes and the Waynes and the J's and the Dre's and the Ye's and the Drakes and the J Dillers, Jada's, Cool J's and the Roz and Amazing, it's Nas's and praise to the gods, to the shout to the golden age of hip hop, and the name of the song is
EPMD, we back in business. I visualize what it is, not what it isn't. We at the mafia table next to the kitchen. Eating Michelin star, counting a million.
Woo, 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 woo. Now that was a hot track right there. I mean, I ain't heard Eric and Parrish in a hot minute. EPMD is definitely eponymous with old school hip hop. They definitely have been referenced and interpolated and regarded as some great rappers of the past, and to bring them back and have them just tear this track up. And then Eminem, man, I mean, one of the greatest of all times, along with Nas. He definitely killed it on this track, killed it. Just some of the highlights from this track, just hearing Nas mention the fact that he said he's tied in from AZ to Dave East. Like he literally brought AZ to the world and then signed Dave East to Mass Appeal Records. So it's like that from the beginning to the end, or from the beginning to the end, he's been influential in the game. EPMD back in business. This song, being a homage to EPMD, and then having Parrish and Eric on the track. I loved when they said piece of shit fly on your head like Mike Pence's. Like that was dope. That was dope. Said they in the trenches. Eminem came through with the
spaghetti.
He came through with the homage to so many different rappers and eras from of course EPMD, Big Daddy Kane. He gave a shout out, a rest in peace to DMX, to Steve Zoe, to Nipsey, to Ecstasy, to Prince Marky D, to MF Doom. all of which who passed away in the last couple of years, from Nipsey back in 2019 all the way up to DMX in 21. So, he definitely paid homage there, but then he paid homage again to some of the ones that are still doing it. He talked about Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, 3 Stacks, Kanye West, Drake, Jay Dilla, Jadakiss, LL Cool J, Rakim, Nas. I mean, he hit them all, right? Paying homage to all of them, saying that himself, Nas, and all the rest of them are some of the greatest in hip hop ever, and I'm sure nobody would disagree with that, right? So, just a dope track, man. I love how they paid homage to so many. Said to shout out to the golden age of hip hop, and the name of the song is EPMD, man. Back in business. This is dope. What'd you think of the track, Dane?
I don't think I became a big fan again, where you just sit there in awe of what they're saying. Like you said, the homage going out. When was the last time we heard from EPMD?
Right. Exactly. Definitely.
Yeah, that's all I got, because I already like him. I mean, Eminem is one of my favorite rappers.
I know, right?
But,
you can't go wrong with an Eminem with Eminem on a track with an Eminem feature. You definitely about to win, right?
Because he does a great job on his own album, but when he gets a feature on other people's albums, it seems like he goes harder.
Yes, you know what? Absolutely right. He definitely does. He definitely gives everybody what they're paying for. Indeed. But yeah, shout out to EPMD, shout out to Eminem. We're gonna get into the next track. Next up, we got a track called Rare.
Yo, I'm in rare form. Niggas speak down on my name like I wasn't there for them. Talk about back in the days, this isn't back in the days. They want me back in my ways, shit proof in the fade. Musically I'm on Mars. Walking all over the beat, putting my feet on the stars. I rock it like Lenny, thinking like Jimmy the first time he seen a guitar. Standing in front of where they shot about us and we gotta know who we are. I'm in rare form. Wearing red Jordan, straight from Air Jordan, this a fair warning. Too many on guards, beef over nothing. When you get money, you know that it's coming. Saying they homies, but they ain't 100. We the most 100. I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats. Hall of Fame only, kings and queens only. They all be grabbing my style, but you know they can't hold me. Yeah, I'm in rare form. Y'all still on the ground, you know I've been airborne. Studying big, studying Nietzsche. You gotta call on the chopper to reach me. Homie, I don't need a jeweler to freeze me. Ice on my veins, I make it look easy. Mentally, I'm in Queens. More money, more problems, you gotta be ready for all that it brings. Let them say what they say, revenge on my plate, I'm loving the taste. They see you shining, emotions get hard to contain, they just not evolving the same. Me and HB is too rare, I'm moving all through the snares. Sound on billionaire. Ain't nothing changed, I'm flipping the page. I'm Prince on the stage, slave on his face. You know what they say, hate either way. I'm staying rare for all of my days. I'm staying rare for all of my days. Levels of Tarantino, curbing my ego, even though he know. Empty glass of Pinot, cigars in casinos. What they especially praise is the ethos. Stacks on blackjack, moving my chips. No superstition to make me get rich. I'm with this chick, this one I brought today. In between placing my bet, we shopped at Cartier. Rose Gold, I copped the recette. Runway, hopped in a jet. Flight attendant, popping my wet. I said I need that dime, all for respect. We having conversations, niggas show me property there. I called my nigga in, I told him, yo, I gotta be there. Salmon shish kebab in the misty fog, roll a sticky log. Big dog affair, no kids involved. Round table having war council. Press one button, it'll change the world around you. Too rare, nothing to see here. Cuban over my streetwear. You're nobody till somebody kills you just to be fair. It's okay to keep the mystique. I learned that in the street. I'm me, solo with deep. I'm putting on for the G's. We We've been doing gangsta shit for a long time. Look inside my mind, see a gold mine. I'm my own cosign. She texting the old line. You keep staring at the glow, bitch, don't go blind. Brave heart energy, fuck all of the enemies. XO Hennessy is not on me, it's in me. I'm not here to be friendly, they ain't even contending. Comprende? We've been doing gangsta shit for a long time. Look inside my mind, see a gold mine. I'm my own cosign. She texting the old line. Comprende? It's up. Hit boy, you on some other shit. We on some other shit. Comprende? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I did.
Dope. I like that beat. I like that beat change. You know, I love a good beat change. I definitely love a good beat change.
Comprende.
Comprende. You want to make sure you understand him, right? Do y'all understand? So, yeah. Shout out to not shout out, but well, shout out to Hit. I think it was Hit Boy. I think this is another Hit Boy track. I want to double check real quick. Look at my notes, my liner notes. Okay, it's produced by Corbet and Hit Boy. I don't know which one of them did which part. But you know, Nas is rapping about his versatility, about his success, and you know how rare he is compared to other rappers. You know, he hit on some controversial topic, not controversial, but you know, some sensitive topics like police brutality, as well as little slavery and all that kind of stuff. You know, he this song, you know, this switch up and everything, all the topics and just, you know, the lyrics. Once again, smooth lyrics. Once again, great production on the tracks. You know, definitely like this song. Definitely like this song. What you think, Dang? Oh, are you still muted? I think you're still muted.
Yeah. I got no complaints. Man, only reason I would say just keep playing the song, but we got to talk about them. So just let the album play, man.
For sure.
But
All right,
but we got a job to do.
Next up, YKTV featuring A Boogie with the Hoodie and YG.
Didn't mean to say all that. I should have opened with the reading of the scripture from the book of Pop-Off.
Every time I pop out, it pop off. YKTV got the top off. Private estate, I'm a mob boss. Every time I pop out, it pop off. YKTV. Godson, they call me son, ain't no son of me. Ran 100 M's, bitch, I'm running things. Paper pal, pussy, that shit come in threes. What you think I owe you some girl for fucking me? Imagine little Uzi on a Primo beat. Imagine an AS on Amigo beat. Hip-hop culture, Henny on coasters, watching 100-inch screens, see who's sitting with Oprah. Black phantoms, women coming in tandems, bags of lavish, she praying she don't get abandoned. Bag big from laying these ad-libs. My photo, the Jordan logo for this rap shit. Oculus VR, that's how I see shit. I can't let you drive the boat if you get seasick. Draped in all red, she thought I was whoopie. 4 a.m. still going, I'm not even woozy. Let your friends catch a ride, whip only got 2 seats. Slip and slide through Miami, she got on a 2-piece. I'm on her body, she a homebody. Hoping killers don't catch nobodies. Every time I pop out, it pop off. YKTV got the top off. Private estate, I'm a mob boss. Every time I pop out, it pop off.
You wanted the talking, I'm talking it out. Put it in your mouth, what you talking about? Every time they play this song, she like, this is my shit. But I really wanna know, do you love me or not? So say my name, and when you say it, baby, call me artist. Don't be afraid to ride my wave, my wrist a tsunami. And when I wasn't getting paid, them bitches wasn't on me. And you can tell I got my weight up, just look at the car key. A bunch of Givenchy, I pop up, I cop the Benny, my top up, They not really a boogie, they just knockos, They rocking these chains, but it's not yours, They jacking Escobar like he Pablo, Put my tip inside the walls like she was hollow, My niggas innocent behind walls like they Rollo, And every time they pop off, I pop out. And every time I pop out, it pop off.
YKTV got the top off. Private estate, I'm a mob boss. Every time I pop out, it pop off.
Hey there, I'm Peter Popoff, and it's about to pop off.
100 deep in the club, I'm a mob boss. Yeah. Big blood drip, you know it's hot sauce. Family crib, got my side bitch in a hot lot. girls gone wild, bitch, take your top off. Show no love, bitch, I'm in love with Saint Laurent. This Louis Vuitton ain't dropped yet, but I got it on. I just made your favorite singer come out of thong. I just ran the money play with Scooter Braun. Drop a corner on your head, act stupid with it. Bitch, my jewels ain't rented, the coops ain't rented. Bitch, play them cars with no limit, stars in the ceiling. Bitch, I want all of the money, I harvest the millions. I just put my name on the pack, now we trapping and dealing. Niggas say that they gang, but I'm actually in it. I'm Tom Brady in the field, I make all the decisions. Yeah, the video got shot up and not green lit.
Every time I pop out, it pop off. YKTV got the top off. Private estate, I'm a mob boss. Every time I pop out, it pop off. YKTV. You know the vibes. QB the south side, north side, far right, left right, Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, Staten Island, we outside, High Bridge to Compton. Yeah.
All right. So that was, oh shoot, I had the wrong thing up there. Sorry, y'all. That was YKTV featuring YG and A Boogie with the hoodie. Dope song. A Boogie came through on this one. Like, I was really surprised at how he just went off on this track. And YG always comes through with some good feature. I don't think I've ever really heard a full YG album. I've heard a lot of singles. I think I went through about half of his album that he dropped a few years ago, but mostly, the features are the ones that I normally hear, and always appreciate a good YG feature. YKTV, what did you think about it, Dane?
What? No, I want to ask you, where are they from?
YG is from I believe he's from either Compton or somewhere close to there.
Okay.
He's a blood, definitely a very vocal member of the Bloods. A Boogie, I believe, is from somewhere down south.
Okay, no, I was wondering because they gave love to Tom Brady, which I didn't mind one bit because I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Okay.
No, go blue, Michigan.
No doubt. So yeah, A Boogie was born in High Bridge, New York. He was born in High Bridge, but he probably stays down south now. You know how that goes.
Wouldn't you?
Right. Then he was just recently arrested too over at the London's Wireless Festival. That's not good. Definitely
okay.
Not good. This
randomness happened?
Yeah, right before a performance. That's that's all bad.
Like, what are these people doing? Like,
yeah. So that was a dope track. I definitely like that one. Definitely one I'll probably be riding around with that one, bumping in my new car.
Which I still haven't looked at yet.
Right. And YG is definitely from Compton based. And so YKTV stands for, the vibes. But they were talking about the pop off, about the pop out and pop off, because the vibes.
Right.
So definitely a dope track. We're gonna get to the next track here, and then we'll jump into another topic. I'm not sure if we're gonna get Sunny tonight. She hasn't hit us back yet since earlier. But no problem. We'll hold it down for her in the meanwhile.
Yeah, her little man must be still woke.
Yeah, it must be. Man, it's late too, so hopefully she's okay. Hopefully
he's okay.
Right. Oh, she ain't strangling all right. Let's get to the next song. It's called Store Run. I'm trying to get it right back.
Yeah. QBAQ Ravenswood, Woodside, let's go. My thumb struck a lot of lighters, pulled a lot of all-nighters, banned from some after-hour spots. My crew would choose violence, moving silence. Who knew I grew to build an empire? Streets had me against the ropes, would've thought I was zip-lining. Text and a dresser, money off tech, pushing a Tesla. Rolled up a fresh one, it's one IPO to the next one. Rich from corporate, a thug at expensive mistakes. It's all a racket, it's the same thing, just the risk that you take. Moving too fast, blues on your ass. Them boys came through with the task, peeked through the blinds, you knew it was curtains. Breadwinner, take a L, lead a whole family hurting. Seen it a million times, sister wash him out with the verdict. So I'm clean as a whistle, drinking premium liquor in between two Argentinian sisters. They counting up for me until their fingers get blisters. What I blew that on, I cannot seem to remember. It's not even bragging. It's okay, it's gonna be okay. Flyest nigga in this rap shit. Yo, as I'm looking at the New York skyline, reminiscing on nighttime shootouts with my guys, pouring this white wine. You could rich a million, your left wrist, keep in perspective, we on God's time. The world is yours. What happens when dealers reduce to addicts? What happens when kings don't see their potential status? What's your exit plan? Face to face with my omens, I never ran. Stood on stages most never can. Pyrotechnics and leather pants. Shifting the culture. Mention me with Mick Jagger and Bono like your poster. I'm standing next to rookies somehow, they looking older. The altitude I'm at is so cold it'll make your nose run. How you expect to get love if you don't show none? I should send you little niggas on the stove run. How we moving is no cut. I'm from the era of razor blades and coke dust. People living with no trust, champagne in the soap suds. So I'm clean as a whistle, drinking premium liquor in between two Argentinian sisters. They counting up for me until their fingers get blisters. What I blew that on, I cannot seem to remember. The world is yours. Scarface, Tony Montana shit. It's yours. Yours. R.I.P. Ecstasy from Houdini. DMX, Prince Marky D, Shock G, real rap gods. Do you know the meaning? All the rap brothers we lost this year, the last year. Hey yo, check it out. Run to the store for me, man. Give me veggie chips, blunts in a bottle. You got this shit all twisted, man. It's about rank. You ain't there yet. Think you gonna send me to the store? I own the store, man. I'm just testing you. I got the hood playing golf wild, ball style. Crucifixes over the chrome heart, you get crossed out. People battered down, aging hate getting passed around. Tiger happy, both his parents' lives matter now. Marble floors is my common law, we company builders. I inspired those who inspired you to run up millions. Not perfect, persistent, keep it more pure than the purest. I do this for the Jets and them good-hearted jurors.
All right. So that was Store Run. Interesting concept. I think this is one I like the lyrics. I was kind of basically following it, but I think I feel like I need to listen to it again to really get a good feel of the entire theme. It's like that old school, you be telling the story, you kicking it on the block and you send the young kid down the street to make a store run for you, it's a homage to his days back in Queensbridge. But like I said, I want to really get into the full lyrics again. But I did like it. I definitely liked it. I like the old school beat, the old school feeling to it. It didn't feel like a 90s beat. It did feel like a 70s not hip hop, 70s R&B feeling to me. Maybe something they would have sampled in the late 90s, early 2000s and made it their own, but it had a nice little feel to it. I like that. All in all, we're about halfway through this album, and I think that the overall feeling of the album is a really good, clean album. Great production. Lyrics and story are like really on point. So we were going to keep it moving. Dame, did you have a comment or?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, it's a good song for sure. Good song for sure. All right, let's get to the next song. It's called Moment.
That's how I feel. We used to all put in and go half on bail money. Fuck making it rain, now we making it hail money. Yeah, I never met Muhammad Ali. Wish I did. My brother saw him, Champ told him nothing is real. Gave me the chills, thought about it, that's how I feel. We on autopilot, no captain behind the wheel. My whole career I steered away from features, but I figured it's perfect timing to embrace new leaders. Accepting my position as the master teacher, I make cash deposits before the first flashy diamonds, that's waterworks. Sassy models, the curviest brothers you knew from the sandbox and do you the dirtiest. Government assistance, poverty is big business. Overrun the Senate, both parties got policies built for the wicked. Look in the jungle, you gotta move like an animal. Prey on the predators, go at anybody that challenge you. Boardrooms, courtrooms, it'll leave you with war wounds. I ain't wanna be this cold-hearted, but I was forced to. Wore my sneakers like my DMC did. Important to black culture like Spike Lee is. He got game. I wish my mom could see this. See the man that he is. Moments you can't relive. Like taking your first swim. Like still being a virgin. Taking training wheels off the rims. Moving in your first crib or having your first kid. Moments you can't relive. Like your first time bugging from something that Nas said. Yo, I wish I met Sister Soldier, but I didn't. Would have told her coldest winter ever was beautifully written. She alive, so she'll hear this. I'm Dolo, no co-defendants. I've been with the social distance. Archbishop of sharp spitting, sports car whipping. You're acting like the real ain't what's needed. Of course I get it. What's more authentic? Hit boy in the walking Guinness World Record. New York Minutes. I'm old dog. Hit is Kane. The ending change. Traded my youth. Some say I became a suit. A representative of Martin Dream coming true. Every man is a king less. He make excuses. Wish that my mishaps wasn't a nuisance. Sunday to Sunday get praise, I'm God made. Where I'm from, one go in the grave, one go in the cage. Moments you can't relive. Like taking your first swim. Like still being a virgin. Taking training wheels off the rims. Moving in your first crib or having your first kid. Moments you can't relive. Like your first time bugging from something that Nas said. Third verse and I knew what to write. They say I'm a legacy artist, I blew up the price. 30 years later, who would've knew dude to be nice? I hit the tables and I threw up the dice. Under the lights, outside dining, al fresco. Silk is the dress code, had to be Esco. Colors of light bulbs changed through voice command. Flew over Antigua, made the choice to land. Set my feet on a private island, house come with a staff. Chef know how to cook with no salt and low fat. Extended stay, shorty, she don't wanna go back. You gotta appreciate the moments, bad times don't last. Like my first fist fight in a bridge. Hype like the first time I heard nobody beats the biz. Those times bring me to tears. Moments you can't relive.
Dope. I like that right there. I like that. I'm going to cut that one short. We're going to get to a quick topic, and then I'm going to go through the last few songs. I'm going to probably cut most of them short just because I want to get out of here in a reasonable amount of time. We still got half the album to go through, so you can definitely check this out on Spotify, on Apple. I don't know what it's called. Is it called iTunes still? I don't know. Anyway, you can check out this album on all your major streaming platforms, as well as purchase it through where you normally purchase your music. Is people purchasing music nowadays? Is that still a thing? I don't even know. Like
I'm that old. I don't know.
I know, right? Like I haven't bought music in so long. Moments was a dope track, though. It was definitely him, going back again, thinking about his moments in his life, things that he's been through, what made him the man he is today. Like you said, moments you can't relive. So dope track, dope story. Definitely, like, this album basically in my mind is his way of paying homage to the past, giving us looks into his past, giving us the good feels about the past. So I'm really feeling this. Most of the track work seems to be more old school samples, R&B samples, soul songs, and that kind of thing. So I'm feeling that a lot. So yeah. The topic I wanted to get into is one that I think Sunny was pretty excited about. She's posting it everywhere. She basically posted it everywhere. It
was a good question.
It is a good question. You and I both answered the question over on the GFT Join the Conversation group page. So make sure y'all go check that out, because we do have a lot of different comments on that over there. And so I just wanted to quickly touch on it. We don't have to jump into it too deep since we both did, basically respond over there on the GFT Join the Conversation group. But, definitely want to bring it to the people as soon as I can find it. Here we go. And okay, I can't zoom in on it. I'm just going to show it on the screen. And the question is, should you be dating if you are still living with your ex? Valid, like you said, valid question. Definitely something that's happening, that's going on. People are really into, because you and I have both done it. So, definitely a personal subject that we can definitely talk on. I basically, like I said, went through this during my divorce. I've only lived with someone else a couple of times. So, in terms of while I was dating someone or dating someone or married, and then during the last few, whatever it was, weeks, months, years of our relationship was ending, was able to have that opportunity to decide if I wanted to date or not. When I was the first situation I was in, I was pretty close to getting ready to try to start dating, but I didn't want to wait until I moved out, just because at that time, I was at an age where I felt I would have more freedom and more flexibility once I moved out. But in the situation I was in with my divorce, I got divorced a couple of years before we started the divorce process, a couple of years before it was finalized and I was moved out. So I definitely didn't want to basically hold my life up during that time. I wanted to get out. I wanted to have fun. I had a few friends that I would go out with a lot of times. But after a while, it was like, I wanted to have some one-on-one time with someone, a relationship or some kind of connection with someone. So I decided to start dating. And I didn't feel like it was, disrespectful or a bad thing, or that it wasn't going to work. I did end up feeling like I ended up in a couple of rebound relationships, of course. But for the most part, I felt like it was something that was okay to do. Like I said, like I talked about in the group, is that I took it upon myself, because my ex was out there dating already, so I felt like I could date too. No big deal. Nobody was going to be mad, was going to be butthurt. I'm sure she would have been if she would have had a chance, but neither here nor there. At this or at that point, I also felt like, again, like I didn't want to be holding up my life. I wanted to have the fun that I wanted to have, like she was. What was your experience, Dan?
I have two, actually. Back when I was younger, me and my ex had broke up. I was living in Florida at the time. I really didn't have nowhere else to go. No really close people like I was when I was living in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I went out on a couple of dates with a couple of different individuals, and it was kind of awkward at first. Because I'm not, it was a new territory for me being in this position of, because we was together for 3 or 4 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So being with somebody new, or being out with somebody new, different, was foreign. You know what I'm saying? You had to get used to everything. Or you had to get used to yourself being with somebody else.
Right.
Because in that type of situation, you lose a piece of yourself when you're in a relationship that long with somebody. So I had to go rediscover what I like and didn't like anymore. Same thing with my ex-wife. Uh, After 5 years of marriage, she decided to call it quits, and I accidentally started dating again. It wasn't on purpose. My now
So
wife.
you accidentally? How did you just fall into a relationship, bro?
Because we was hanging out. We knew this. We had the same crowd of people and friends. We kept meeting each other at parties and stuff like that. Kept hanging out.
Right.
So we happened to just, and people kept putting us together.
Gotcha.
Like people didn't know what was going on behind the scenes of me and my wife. They just thought I was just being foul. Like,
And they were trying to help you.
no, no, these people are haters. Um, no, seriously. I've they were just trying to say that what you're doing is bad or whatever, blah blah blah. Not knowing that my wife, I'm not gonna say put all my business out there. I already used this joke enough, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Um, but basically, seeing somebody else or having feelings for somebody else, but just choose to blame me for everything
Right.
that happened in our marriage.
Mhm.
So I ended up dating my wife, through this whole turmoil.
Yeah, I feel you. So during the time you were um date, well, like you say, it was, I mean, would you consider it full on dating at that point when you guys kind of started, or while you were still living with your ex, or would you consider it more like just that you were making that connection and just building on that until eventually it turned into dating?
I think I was just building a connection. It was weird. I mean, like I said, it was weird at first because, and being the person I am, I was kind of paranoid too. Like, what if they're trying to set me up for the divorce process? Because my ex-wife just ended up filing papers for separation, not divorce. I'm like, why
Gotcha.
don't you just what separation? Why don't you just divorce me? Get this thing over with. Let's go. Um, so at that time, I'm thinking, I think it's a setup. I think they're just trying to get more leverage on me because we're separated. They're just trying to get some ammunition for whatever reason. So,
Oh, yeah,
you
I know
know,
what it is. I know what it is. Yeah, but yeah. So I was about to say in discussing it with, well, eventually y'all, like you said, y'all eventually got married, but it's discussing it with her. Did you find it hard to let her know, like, hey, I'm still actually in this living situation, and but I still want to pursue this versus just feeling like, or did you just come right out and say it and just like, hey, just no big deal? Like, how did you approach the subject?
she knew. My ex-wife had. We were still living together. What happened was I had lost my job because it was about 2008, 2009 when the auto industry decided to, we had the problem with the
Right.
big
Mhm.
three.
Yep.
I worked for a supplier at the time. I got laid off. So what she was doing, she was trying to blame me for me losing my job, saying that I didn't want to work, trying to get sympathy from other people, saying trying to get people to say to get on her side basically. But people already knew. Um, they kept trying to say non-willful support of your family or whatever. So people knew what was going on. They like no, they was one of the hardest working people. He goes to work sick, whatever, blah blah blah. Um, my now wife, she had a little doubt in her mind about what's going on. What if they're saying it's true about me? But we had a conversation, I think, after she moved out because I stopped trying to take her abuse verbally.
Right.
So it took a minute for me to we had a discussion after she moved out. Because what happened was we ended up moving in with my mom for a minute because she's quote unquote claimed that she wanted to save up for a house. And she said we can do it quicker if we moved in with your mom for a couple of months or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not working yet. I don't want to put all that pressure on you. Like, don't worry, make enough for both of us.
Right.
All right then.
Yeah.
So
So
we
yeah.
moved in.
Oh,
So
go
we
ahead.
moved. Yeah, so we moved in with my mom, and next thing you know, I found a house, but I think we need some time apart.
Right, right, of course, of course. So she basically was making sure that she got you out. Yeah.
That's what it was.
I mean, it was a good strategy. It was a good strategy. It made sense. It made sense. You know. I mean, I don't know why she couldn't just tell you that. Like, look, I'm gonna need you to move out, and I'm just gonna figure this out on my own. Like you said, you were already trying to make things a little easier on her, but you know, she decided to go a different route about it.
I think because I stopped taking the reviews, because usually, you know, I'm the head of the household. I'm supposed to, everything falls on me first.
Mm.
I'm supposed to take all the blame. Um, so so I think part of that was just uh, me when I stopped taking the blame for her, hanging on to something bad, so bad that I did in the past, um, that she couldn't get over.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Of me just talking to another girl while I'm
Right.
playing video games. It wasn't sexual. It wasn't sexual.
Right. Right. Yeah. Video games get you in trouble, just like that social media.
Yeah, just like we
Yeah,
talk
I mean,
about
like
certain.
for me, you know, dating during that time when I was living with my ex, it was never really awkward. I just felt like, you know, there was certain situations where I didn't just come right out and be like, oh, you know what, by the way, I still live with my ex and blah blah blah. I did date a couple of women that knew, and I was very clear about it, you know, very open and you know, just letting them know, look, you know, this is my situation. I got, you know, this divorce I got to finalize. I got to find a house. I got to, you know, or apartment or something. I got to do, you know, X, Y, and Z, you know, on top of the fact that, you know, trying to still pay bills and save money. And, you know, I didn't
That's the
have a
worst.
mom to move in with, you know, I didn't have a extra place. I didn't have you know, I didn't have a lot of anything other than I got you know, a ton of stuff I had to do all, you know, all at once. But I also wanted to have a little fun and blow off some steam and, you know, connect with other people. So, you
Now,
know,
now, now, the worst part about your situation was I didn't know about it because you kept it private for a minute.
oh, I kept it
Which,
private all the way to the end,
yeah,
to the
yeah,
very end.
yeah, but it was funny because I remember this. I remember the situation. I understand why you keep it private because it's your business. The world doesn't need to know.
Right,
When it finally happens, you know you will tell people when it's appropriate.
right.
But I put on Facebook about you and you and your wife, about I kept putting us in the groups together. Like, hey,
Oh,
we
right, 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 right.
social media will get you in
Exactly,
like
exactly.
he was
Yeah,
like,
I
hey,
forgot
hey,
about
keep
that. Yeah.
hey, dude, can you take that down? Okay, fine.
Right.
Now I posted something else. Hey, oh yeah, we really gotta talk.
Right, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh,
I definitely didn't. We definitely didn't broadcast. I mean, our kids
no,
didn't even know we were getting a divorce or that we were divorced. I mean, about then, I think we were divorced by then because we divorced in October of
no,
2016,
no.
and
This
I
happened
think
before.
oh,
This
this was right before. Okay,
this is
yeah.
like sometime in April. You told me,
Okay, yeah, yeah. So this was when we were finishing up the paperwork because we had to
right?
go to court 6 months before the finalization. But yeah, we had a couple of things we had to do. But yeah, we were done. We were way done before that even because we were basically separated before I want to say 2015. So it was like we had been going for a while, and then but yeah, I found out in 2014 when things were like off the rails and she was out doing her own thing out there, you know.
Social media will get you in trouble. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how she got in
I'm,
trouble, all that damn social media. And then I ended up um deciding like in the middle of October or not October, middle of 2015 that I was done. I was like, you know what, this a wrap. And so so I think it was had to be like I had a couple of not I wasn't dating, but I was messing around with a couple of girls right after that. And then in 2016 is when I started dating. So it was during the time when we were finalizing everything, but I was like, you know what, it's already done. So so I was out dating, and then I didn't get serious until, but it was like we were already finalized. It was like we finalized in October, and then I was dating this one woman around that time. We got a little serious, and then we called it off, and then in April of the following year in 2017 is when I met my ex fiance. So we we started dating, and I didn't move out the house until September of 2017. That's when I moved in the house I'm in now. And it was funny because it was like right at the same time she was coming up, my ex-fiance, she was coming up from Florida, and it was like the day after I had just closed on this house and was moving in, had furniture, and then she was like, I'm headed to Michigan. I was like, oh, okay, because she was like running from a hurricane, and so she was able to get here and stay at my new house the day that I had basically moved in all my furniture. So I just bought all new furniture, had it delivered, and she came the same day. So, or the day, it was either the same day or the day after. So it just worked out. So I was, but she had known I had been, still staying with my ex-wife and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't a big deal, but it was just, it just all was conveniently just worked out. But yeah.
I got a nice crate you could sit on.
Yeah, I know. Right? No,
furniture came.
I had everything. That was the thing. I had everything. I had everything except for the kids' room. I had my office furniture, my living room, my bedroom furniture. Everything was all delivered on the same day. So I didn't put together the office yet. My son-in-law came in and helped me do that, but the rest of the furniture was set up. Everything was ready. I was like, surprise, come on in. I got you. So it worked out. But yeah. I mean, I think it can work out for people as long as you're honest, so long as you're really doing what you say you're going to do and you're really done. No feelings involved, no, situation involved. I think it can work out. I think it can work out.
I you know what? I did propose to my now wife when I was still married, though, technically. Even though we were
crazy.
But we've been separated for over 2 years. So it was like at this point,
you should have went ahead and pushed. No, I think you couldn't catch up with her, wasn't it? When you tried to file the divorce, is that what was happening? Or you just wasn't doing what you said? That's another topic for another day.
That's another topic.
No doubt. All right, let's get back to the music. I do want to play this next song up. This is a feature everybody had been waiting for a long time because this is a classic combination between Nas and Lauryn Hill. So let's get to Nobody featuring Lauryn Hill, featuring Miss Lauryn Hill.
One city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Yeah. If Chappelle moved to Ghana to find his peace, then I'm rolling where the service always roaming. I'm packing my bags and going. It's a challenging act. It's a balancing act. Visit beautiful places. It's more out here than the trap. Houses in Long Island, they always found him. House in the South, a nigga barely got out. Sunny LA, remember calls with Dr. Dre. He told me, don't let the palm trees fool you, nigga, be safe. Me and my higher self, we often would speak. Somehow we lost the connection, might meet a Joshua tree. And it's been bothering me. Too many wavy women, gotta log out of IG. Can't be my age DMing, no kidding. It's hard to move like a civilian. I write the truth cause I live it, not like you musical niggas. We did it big and they bigots. They rather shoot than write tickets. What it feel like to go get it, what it feel like to go miss it. In one city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Some place to be nobody. Dog bought a plane, said let's go to Paris. That's where baguettes are from, French bread that's long and narrow. I like the other definition, rectangular carrots. The concept of the song is rather esoteric. This girl said in Grenada we should go get married. Broke the meaning down of the Virgin Mary. And you got your own place. My favorite part of the night when you text me that you made it home safe. I'm contemplating at the home base how I'm used to breakfast in the ghetto sipping OJ. That's a picture right there, a moment in time. Before anybody wanted a photo of mine. Before the internet energy and social decline destroyed the vibe, fooling us with the headlines, keeping us blind. Vultures eat you alive. Take heed to the signs. Wishing I find one city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Some place to be nobody.
All my time is spent focused on my freedom now. Why would I join them when I know that I can beat them now? They put their words on me and they can eat them now. That's probably why they keep on telling me I'm needed now. They tried to box me out while taking what they want from me. I spent too many years living too uncomfortably, making room for people who didn't like the labor but wanted the spoils, greedy, selfish behavior. Now let me give it to you balanced and with clarity. I don't need to turn myself into a parody. I don't do the shit you do for popularity. They clearly didn't understand when I said I get out apparently. My awareness like Keanu in the Matrix. I'm saving souls and y'all complain about my lateness. Now it's illegal for someone to walk in greatness. They want the same, but they don't take risks. Now the world will get to see its own reflection, and the anointed can pursue their own direction. And if you're wrong and you're too proud to hear correction, walk into the hole you dug yourself, fuck a projection. See me in my freedom taking all my land back. They said a lot against me thinking I just stand back. I got my legs beneath me, I got my hands back. A lot of people sabotaged, they couldn't stand that. I turned the other cheek, I took blow after blow. There's so much crisis in the world cause you reap what you sowed. When you keep what you know is meant for someone else, but did you dig for them, you might just end up in yourself. I'm in the secret place, I keep a sacred space. They keep showing their hands, but keep hiding their face. If I'm a messenger, you block me, then you block the message. So aggressive, the world you made is what you're left with. Pride and ego over love and truth is reckless. Y'all niggas got a death wish, the stupid leaves me breathless.
All right. So that was Nobody. Lauryn Hill, or Nas featuring Lauryn Hill. Dope track. I mean, if you really listen to the words, I mean, they basically are talking about the pressures of being popular, the pressures of being stars and celebrities, and how they would love to have a place where they can just be nobody, where nobody knows who they are, or they can hide out, or they can, I mean, maybe not hide out, but just be comfortable, right? It's funny because, you know, in their first features together, If I Rule the World, on Nas's album so many years ago, back in 1996, they were basically saying they wanted to rule the world, right? They wanted to be on top of the world. They wanted everybody to know who they were. They wanted to be, you know, some of the most important people in the world. But in contrast, on this song, now they're just imagining a place where they can get away from the world. So it's a very interesting contrast, very interesting breakdown. I just want to highlight a couple of the lyrics. Lauren said, she mentions, you know, they tried to box me out while taking what they want from me, you know, and I know she had a really big issue with the industry like a long time ago. And I can imagine that had a lot to do with her, basically her hiatus from the spotlight. And, you know, there was a lot of things going on, like she said, that you know, she was making room for people who didn't like the labor, but wanted the spoils, greedy, and selfish behavior. So, you know, there was a lot to that in terms of what people were doing to her at that time, or how she felt she was being done in the industry. But it was funny too when she says about she's out saving souls and people are complaining about her lateness. And, you know, that's been one of the biggest things, I guess, you know, some of her concerts, she's been extremely basically disrespectful with her lateness and showing up to concerts hours late, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I mean, you know, you already know that you're not going to be in a concert and seeing the main act at the very beginning, you're going to have some opening acts. But if you're waiting after, you know, a couple of opening acts and 2 hours in and you're still not seeing the main act, there's a problem, right? So, you know, it's funny that she kind of touched on that a little bit. I swear, I don't think anybody's still going to give her a pass on that. She's still going to be, there's still going to be complaints about, you got to stop that, Lauren. You can't do that. That's disrespectful to the people. Can't do that. And I don't know what souls you're saving, but it's not enough for us. So, but I love this track. I love the verse that she put down on it. She gave us a hot verse, hit on a lot of different things on there. And then the Nas verses were awesome. So it was a great track overall. Like I said, I'm feeling these beats. These beats are dope. So once again, another hot track, another heart for me going onto this album. So far, this album. I mean, I don't know if this got classic status yet, but it's doing it for me. It's doing it for me for sure. Definitely. Let's get back to the music. Let's get to the next song here. It is No Phony Love featuring Charlie Wilson.
If only I knew back then what I know today, she'd have never gone away. If only I wouldn't be so lonely, wouldn't be lonely. Only I'm taking time to show how much I care. I wouldn't be so lonely.
Too many moments. Thoughts in the coloring in. Too many moments when I thought I'd never love again. Scarred like a $150, birdie in above the rim. With you, I kept it on some humble shit. Damn, I guess you haven't noticed how I always been devoted. Even when you this heroic, late nights still get the coldest. Interviews I've been misquoted. With you being bad, it's just a bonus. Look how beautiful your soul is. This shit feel like a high school crush. Think we in love. I used to be her high school crush. She woke up in a fuss and asked me why did I hide a toothbrush. If I was honest, it'd be too much. Quiet storm on the radio, putting me in the zone. I got questions in my text, when am I coming home? You laid up in my Supreme Tea, you love my Tuscan cologne. I'll be excited to see you like I just didn't leave you. I'll be excited to see you like I just didn't leave you. Oh, yeah. No phony love, if only love, guaranteed trust. Just to sum it up, you know what's up. It's only us. It's only us. It's only us. She want me very exclusive. Relationships bound to fail when you barely into it. Stupid of me continuously, I leave it in ruins. You perfect, but I might just be married to music. Life is not what you harp on or what you go through. She bopping her shoulders like the darkest one in total. Women with good energy, the ones I'm close to, and I already wrote to, waiting for you to roll through. She looking at me like you need a queen in your life. You can't be single for life. She tried to read me my rights. I'm hungover from last night. Pour me some Pedialyte. We was just doing so well. How was we?
All right. So that's right there. That's No Phony Love featuring Charlie Wilson. That's a dope track. I'm really feeling this track. Feeling the vocals from Charlie Wilson. Feeling the basically the backstory that's going on here. He's basically giving us a kind of a viewpoint into his past loves, his past relationships. Was feeling the lyric when he said she bopping her shoulders like the darkest one in total. Talking about, I think that was Pam, love total. But yeah, he's talking about some topics that are close to his heart, and I'm really feeling the overall theme. The beat, of course, is just killer. I mean, these beats and this whole thing has been awesome. This one was actually done by Brian Alexander Morgan and Jansport J, as well as Hit Boy. Hit Boy probably put the rest of it together, but it was a nice little beat change up there at the beginning as well. Dope little. I like when they do that, man. I just love that kind of stuff. Overall, great song. Definitely this album is dope. I'm really loving this King's Disease 2. Definitely make sure y'all check it out. I did cut it a little short, so we're going to get to the next song called Brunch on Sundays featuring Blast. Let's get to it.
Bottomless Bellinis, afternoon sun. Girls twerking on the tables, they just having fun. Leave them girls alone, you the owner what you own. Buckets of Don P, how many you want? My nigga, he brought his son, got his dad's face. We ordered crab cakes, table with mad plates. R&B playlist, I'm in blast space. She told me about her last date, I had to laugh in her face. Yo, that's brunch on Sundays. Bring the hookah to the table, she gon' smoke it till her lungs ache. That's brunch on Sundays. Posting pictures on the gram, hashtagging Sunday Fun Day. Going Chocolate City, DC Girl Sadiddy, Valley Park the Rape. Here's 150. Fitted master linen, linen master tennis, net worth master image. Shorty was an AKA, best friend was a Delta. Bringing up her student loans, I told her that I felt her. Flyest women on the yard, now they work for Delta. New Chanel slides, slip them off like Cinderella. That's brunch on Sundays. Mad blunts, real runch, girls trying to act up. Gotta keep it classy, this ain't time to act tough. Eye to eye when we toast, we don't need no bad luck. That's brunch on Sundays. Cheers. Bring the hookah to the table, she gon' smoke it till her lungs ache. Cheers. That's brunch on Sundays. Posting pictures on the gram, hashtagging Sunday Fun Day.
All right. That's brunch on Sunday. Man, I this song right here makes me want to go have brunch right now. I mean, it's like, man, all the things we love about brunch on Sundays is discussed in this. The vibe from the beat, man. The vibe from the beat is definitely a smooth, like you feel the vibe. I mean, I could listen to this while having brunch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely feeling this track. I like the little feature by Blast. It's a dope feature. Definitely like this track right here. Shout out to Nas for hitting on that at the beginning of the thing. He said bottomless Bellini's afternoon sun, girls twerking on tables, they just having fun. Leave them girls alone. You the owner, what you own. He talking about that situation that happened last year where the girls were all twerking in the restaurant and the owner came over and basically cussed them out in the middle of the restaurant for twerking on the tables and leaning on the glass and all this other kind of stuff. I didn't blame the owner, but it was a lot of people that felt like he took it too far. A lot of people were very upset about that situation. I guess Nas wanted to touch on that, give his 2 cents about it as well. Shout out to Nas. Yeah, brunch on Sundays. Not true. My best friend just posted that she wanted some brunch suggestions. Shout out to Joy. Joy, let's go to brunch on Sunday. Let's hit it up. Let's go smoke some hookah and have some Bellinis. All right, let's do that. Next up, let's have Count Me In. Looks like another solo Nas track. Let's go.
Count me in. Yeah. Turn it up, let the radio blast. This a movie, can't catch it on HBO Max. Couldn't play me even back when we was playing tag. White snow covered the roof of the Navy Jag. That's crucial. Loose screws in my mind cause I didn't have the tools to unlock my power, then influence you. To lock me down, it'll take 2 of you. Must be delusional, dog. I'm living beautiful. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Count me in. Most non-sucker shit you could ever experience. Count me in. Sound of a 4-5 bustin', that's how I'm killing shit. Count me in. Sit back and let them expose who they really is. Count me in. We living that life. No 2 lives are alike. We living that life. No 2 lives are alike. Ain't worried about none of them, they bleed how I bleed. Suffering from the symptoms of King's disease. Can't let the bright lights go to your head. I watch my day ones go to the feds. Fifth Ave, they snatching bags with the double C's. They itching to up and squeeze. Shit is not 100 till a nigga see 100 B's. Seen ego and greed take over and kill 100 kings. Daily 100 niggas come for me. I'm trying to calculate the shit, they gotta count me in. Can't cure me with over-the-counter shit. Fireworks every time I turn the album in. When it ain't even July, I got it hot again. Majority on the profit split. We winning winner to winner. Q Burrow don't get hit up. Get through any situation, my nigga, chest out, chin up.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Count me in. Most non-sucker shit you could ever experience. Count me in.
All right. So that was Count Me In. I was feeling the beat, definitely feeling the beat. The lyrics were good. I mean, I'm trying to follow the story or not the story. I guess it's not a story. I'm trying to follow the theme here. The track liner says that he's touching on the concept of pride and greed of pandemic tyrants. So not sure I fully understood that during it. I mean, I did understand he talked about suffering. Well, he said suffering from symptoms of King's disease. Can't let the bright lights go to your head. Watch as day ones go to the feds. He talked about being delusional in this time, having a majority on a profit split. So there was a few things he was talking about, but I really didn't pick up on that part of it. So maybe I just got to listen to it again. This is probably the only track that I wasn't really fully understanding where it was going. And literally those two verses you heard, those are the only two verses in the song. The rest of it is all chorus and then post-chorus. So there's a little outro at the end, but it doesn't really say much. So I can't say that this is a heart for this one, but like I said, I did like the beat though. This was produced by B Carr and Hit Boy. I like the kind of the upbeatness of it. I can see myself driving around with this beat going. Probably won't be paying much attention to what's being said in the rap. Probably just have it bumping in the stereo and just bending corners. So maybe on my way to Sunday brunch. So let's get to the next song. Next song is called Composure. It actually features Hit Boy.
Hey, yo, Hit, I like this IE weather.
Hey, look, vote yes on Hit Boy, bitch, I'm the city spokesman. They see we got the shit cracking and now they spirit broken. I'm standing on the green like the British Open and stacking ice on top of ice, but I'm not building snowmen. Doctors couldn't even detect my disorders. 1K, 6 figures on 6 different lawyers. I put my soul in every song with limited support. Focused on the output, not the outcome. Big God is my source. Spirit of excellence in my genetics. Complexities come with my complexion. Before you shut me down, let me reach my level first. Y'all be too proud to do the devil's work. All the acting and faking, I can't take part in it. I'm washing my hands with the soap opera shit. Set the cameras to speed, co-directed KD. We know the cage bird sings and screams when it's free. Every second I spin on this, I got it back in blessings. You can't stop and run no errands on the way to legend. They should've told them I'm raising up on the totem. Yeah, boiling over, pot full of Yola. Mix it with the cola, son of a block controller. Can't let them fuck me over. Gotta keep my composure, look.
Had Yellow Jaundice when I was born. Kept me in the incubator 10 days long. I made up songs, I was like humming tunes. 10 years later, writing in my room. 10 years after that on stage, like it's too soon. But for me, see, my parents met inside a nightclub. Olu started to fight, and then my mom's broke it up. She said, this boy, he's in the Navy. Settle down before y'all need saving. Pop went to war around the world. Came home, he celebrated AWOL. Fast forward to when I started to play ball. From a place where we hate laws. See the Jakes and we take off. Hit the gate, I get home and take my chain off. Thankful I got through the day and all the evil I prayed off. Everything is cause and effect. Make the wrong moves in this business, you lose all your respect. My block is dark as it gets. We all make mistakes, only few will recover from them. Don't spend your whole life running from them. Run up.
Ooh, that's a dope track. That is a dope track. I believe I have heard Hit Boy rap before in the past. But this right here, he did his thing. Hit Boy did his thing. He had that whole first verse on lock. It was a smooth flow. He was describing some things in there, talking about he said what he said, we got this shit cracking and now they spirit broken, standing on the green like the British Open. He said he want to before he said before me shut me down, let me reach my level. Y'all to be too proud to do the devil's work, all that acting and faking. He can't take part in it. I mean, it's like a nice little setup. I mean, he really opened this track up to begin with. Nas, hit on his his life or his early life. Talked about his parents, how they met and everything, how that influenced him a little bit. And it's like I like when he gets to a storytelling mode. So definitely a dope track. I definitely understood where this one was coming from, where it was going, and definitely was feeling how this was moving. He, like you said, he tried to keep his composure. A lot of wild stuff going on. A lot of, like talking about his pops getting into a fight about to go to war. How his moms had to break it up. How he, came out of an incubator after having jaundice when he was born. And then 10 years later, he's over here making songs, and doing his own thing. So it's like, he done been through some crazy stuff in his life, or he done had crazy things happen around his existence. And, he's still here. He's still unflustered and keeping his composure. So dope track. I like that. Let's get to the next song. This one is called My Bible. Nasty Nas.
Hey, yeah, we gonna lose and shit like this, my nigga.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of infidels, suckers who adhere to sucker religions, life's the Bible. We living in biblical times. First chapter. This chapter called Men. Given knowledge by the psychotic, the block was college. We don't add it up, then that shit'll leave us divided. It's sorta like 10 commandments. I'm talking about men and standards. I'm trying to reverse the damage. You boys obsessed with cameras. The debt we was handed. So many move like Judas. Look at the past, let's prove it. It's my duty to speak truth to power. I be feeling like it's my fault. Around your enemies, then they call you before you hear about it. Talk to you like it's still love. Keeping your vision clouded. Trying to get cool with guys cause you want them to choose sides. Campaigning with the haters, dismissing truth for lies. Definition of a man, don't fall on the stand. For your soul, the exec let you hold in advance. Don't be discouraged, just go with the plan. Gotta have faith in God's grace over the land. And I pray for the day when they lay down in caves, make their way up out their maze, get their mind up out of days. Too many mamas laying flowers at their graves. Don't rap about death, it's power in what you say. Second chapter, and you get what you give. It's power in how you live. I sit and talk with the kids and tell them just how it is. Go straight to avoid the bids. Living fast can wait, stay down and work on your grades. Speak gospel for the next generation. You could have it all, just don't side with Satan. I seen that take down most of the greatest. Hotel suites, Hollywood stars hanging. The other side of what you
Bro, this track right here, the beat, hands down, the beat is killer. This is a killer beat. Love it. This is exclusively produced by Hit Boy. Definitely a dope beat. The lyrics, I mean, he's talking about having a moral, not only a moral code, but having respect for yourself, having don't fold, don't sell yourself, don't sell your soul, just for a good look or for some money or for a good opportunity. Talking about lack of people's what's the word? Basically like they have a lack of not just accountability, but man, I wish I could think of the word right now. I'm sorry if y'all got the word for me. You know what I'm trying to say though. Basically, you can't trust these people. You know what I'm saying? Because these people out here nowadays, they're doing whatever to get whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're doing they're doing things that are so detrimental that it's just causing death to themselves or to their own reputations. So what do you say? This chapter called Men. Given the knowledge by the psychotic, the block was college. Basically saying, he came from the streets, he learned from the streets, but like you said, if you don't add it up, then it'll leave us divided, right? So the thing is like, he's like basically like, you got to have a code, you got to have a code of honor, a code of conduct, but they definitely aren't doing what's right. So definitely this is a track. Go back through this track, listen to it. It's another verse on here. Dope track. Loving this. I mean, man, it's hard to say that this isn't a classic album already. The beat it by itself is just killing them. All right, let's get to the last song of the album before we cut up out of here. Last song is called "Nas Is Good."
Escobar season begins. Touch up the game like a photo edit. Camera roll like Oscar Michaud, they got a roll of credits. Like Rome came into Kemet and they stole the essence. Before they watered it down and taught us bogus lessons. Written in stone, write whatever in your history books. Me and ancient Egyptian skin tone had similar looks. On my trip out to Cairo, I felt home on arrival. I swam in the Red Sea, took a boat on the Nile. It's in my blood to drive these cars and live as laws. Escobar cigars, avoiding the prison bars. Nas, I deserve the threads in my closet. Big boy deposits, Nike shares and stock tips. Catching up with those who had a head start. Used to get eviction notices that had a red mark. The lights was out, that's why we sipped dark. Acting the fool at the pool in Queensbridge Park. Niggas would not survive in my hood. Pull up with all of my jewels on and Nas is good. Nas is good. My nigga Nas is good. I love my hood so much I go out in a blazing shootout. You say I can't come out there, I throw it all away. Fuck it. Big shout out to DU forever. His brother Herb, R.I.P. Now y'all woke, I'm laughing at niggas. Y'all used to say Nas talking that anti-establishment business. Look at my settlement cases, gave they asses some stitches. Used to put bottles to faces, all we ask is forgiveness. My past story full of sin, somehow I got a cleanse. Back in 2010, Department of Justice wrote me looking for one of my friends. I ain't know where he was at, didn't even have a hint. And even if I did, a nigga I never snitch. Cheat code, I walked into my greatness. Freak hoes stole their pussy, a party, okay then. Raised by a queen, that's the only reason I made it. King's disease, a recurrence that should reinstate it. Death to the pessimistic mind state. Lack of hope, low spirit, motherfuckers. Life to kings, getting a king's ransom, living handsome. Ha. Yo, here, we did it. King's disease. 2.
Dope. Wow. I mean, this album was so dope. This last song, Nas is good. Nas is good. Nas is very good. He just kind of broke it down, all the things, that we know he's good for when he talks about the history, when he talks about things in his past, talks about himself, talks about Queensbridge, Ill Will, all that stuff. Shouts out to Queensbridge, and then just talking about the things that have been said about him, about himself, and then the things he's been through. Nas is great for a good story. Nas is great for good lyrics that are on point, and definitely this album is a hit. It's all hot tracks. There was only one song I didn't heart. Actually, I forgot to heart this one. I got to heart this one too. That was Count Me In. The rest of them are bangers. But even Count Me In, I love the I'm gonna heart it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So yeah, every song. I mean, like I said, I could ride around with that song. So definitely feeling that. This song, this album is going to be on repeat in my car. It's going to be something I'm going to be listening to for a long time. And I can see it lasting because I mean those beats are classic beats. Or have a classic sound to them. So they can always be listened to and felt and understood. And Nas, his lyrical, his propensity for great stories or for great throwbacks and reminiscing on the things. I mean, he took us back not only in his life and his situations and his relationships, but he took us back to times that we can relate to as well if we were from that time, or times that people have heard about, hearing from the OGs and things like that. So, I think it's a fully relatable album. I mean, I can definitely put a stamp on it that this is going to definitely be a classic album. he got a hit with this one. He's got a classic album with this one, because I could see this one being in rotation in somebody's car in 10, 15, 20 years, because these beats will never get old, and these lyrics will always resonate with someone out there. So dope job, Nas. You did it. Nas is good. All right, folks. That's going to be it for me. Appreciate the fans perspective team for letting me jump in here and do what I do. Shout out to Smooth, shout out to Dame. Make sure y'all get over to Eat Trent and Groomy over on Twitter to check out Smooth. He's over at kingstruth.com. He's been posting mad poetry, articles, videos, everything over at kingstruth.com. Or you can catch him over at the King's Truth on Snapchat. Dame is over at Another Level Up on IG, Agent D-Lo on Twitter. He's very active on the GFT Join the Conversation group, so make sure you do that. It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Get at me everywhere on at Willie Styles on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm Willie.Styles over on Snapchat. I have been posting there as well. Don't forget to check me out on gamingwithstyles.com. I know I keep saying that, and I haven't really posted there lately, but I will be. Don't worry. I'm going to be back on there soon. Visit me over at StylezRadio.com, where you can listen to the hot tracks I'm always listening to. WillieStyles.info for all my links. All right. Appreciate everybody for watching, for being here with us. I'm going to check y'all out later.